The Thoroughbred is a magnificent animal, bred for speed, bred to compete, the sport of kings.
Wow, West Coast has it by 6.
It's the all-new Let's Go Racing from Parks Casino and Racetrack. It's action-packed and fun for the entire family.
3 of them are right together with 1 furlong to go.
Let's Go Racing is brought to you by the Pennsylvania Thoroughbred Horsemen's Association. It's fun to see them run.
Welcome to Let's Go Racing. Danny Gibson here with Dick Girardi, and we're coming to you from the Parks Racing 3rd floor studio with a great show today. It's all about our 2022 Horsemen's Awards, and what a fabulous night it was over at Celebrations. Great food, great dancing, and even better people.
No question. Last Friday night, and my host here was the MC for the banquet, Horsemen's Banquet. Terrific night, a lot of really good horses. I make the contention that 2022 was the greatest year in the history of this racetrack, and we celebrated on Friday night.
Yeah, just a testament how truly talented and competitive our Parks horses are. Let's get right to it. We have some great words from 2 of our leaders from the PTHA Executive Director Jeff Maddie and our new president, Bob Hutt.
PTHA's motto is Horsemen Helping Horsemen, a motto we work toward and we live by. Tonight our motto will be Horsemen Celebrating Horsemen. In a sport that has so many variables, the horse is what brings us all here tonight. The horse is one thing we can all agree on, we love. It's the reason why we were involved in this sport from the onset. So whether you win tonight, whether you lose tonight, that all brings us together, and that will forever bring us together. And that's one reason why the PTHA was established, to help you horsemen, whether it be trainers. You have the most difficult job in the world. You wake up when it's dark, 24/7, 365. There are no vacation days, so we are here to help you. We are here to make your life just a little bit easier. The owners that support those trainers, the owners that support our horsemen, we cannot be more proud to represent you.
I want you to know this is a new day and a new dawn for the PTHA. I promise you, horsemen, that on behalf of our fine board, you are priority number 1. We promise to do everything in our power to make you proud. You elected us to bring change and to serve your interests. You have my word that we accept this responsibility and will do so with honor and pride. Please know that my door is always open. Thank you for all being here tonight. So let's have some fun and get the celebration party started.
Yeah, really excited where the PTHA and Parks is headed. Let's get to our awards, and we got to start with 2-year-old male. Here are the nominees, and our winner is Winning Time, and what a year he had.
Yeah, he won the PA Nursery for Kate DeMassey, terrific Pennsylvania bred. This was the only one I differ with the majority. I voted for Gordy and Knott, but to me it was a photo. Winning Time certainly very deserving.
Absolutely, and here's our very own Bruce Casella with a feature on our winner, Winning Time.
Winning Time is a Pennsylvania bred by the sire Winchill, out of the mare Mary's Pegasus, a true homebred through and through for proud owner and breeder Pewter Stable, and trained by Parks Racing Hall of Famer Kate DeMassey. This athletic chestnut colt debuted a dominant winner, widening with every stride by 11 lengths.
But indeed, it is Winning Time.
Then he capped off the year with a win in the $200,000 nursery stakes for Pennsylvania breds, beating a very competitive field and coming home to the roar of the crowd. Winning Time has earnings of $162,000 in just 2 starts in 2022.
And our 2-year-old filly, here are our nominees, and a landslide. Flor de Sombra for Lupe Preciado, Joe Mbezi, the breeder and owner, and what a year she had.
Yeah, it's amazing as we go through this how many Pennsylvania breds won. Just shows how strong the program is, and Flor de Sombra was just had a great 2022.
Flor de Sombra is a gray filly owned and bred by Joe Mbezi and trained by Guadalupe Preciado Jr. She had almost a perfect 2-year-old campaign, winning 4 out of 5 starts, all at Pennsylvania racetracks. She won her debut at Parks Racing in a maiden special weight, followed by a win in the Miss Blue Tie-Dye Stakes.
Flor de Sombra is still 3 lengths in front. Marion Grace chases Flor de Sombra.
A third in the Imply Stakes, then came back to win the Finest City Stakes at Presque Isle Downs, and finished the year in the Shamrock Rose Stakes at Penn National.
Flor de Sombra and Michael Sanchez to win the Shamrock Rose.
The competitive PA bred filly is by social inclusion out of On a Star and finished the year with an impressive $320,000 in earnings here at Parks Racing.
Our 3-year-old male had a strong group of nominees, and of course our winner, Scaramouche, we got to see him win on Pennsylvania Derby Day.
What a year he had for Lupe and Nick Camerano, and when he won the Gallant Bob, I said, man, what a day it is for the Parks horses, and he kind of capped it off.
Yeah, an impressive 6 for 6 right over this Parks racetrack. Here's more with our winner, Scaramouche.
Scaramouche held an undefeated race record at his home track in 2022, owned by Nicholas Camerano Jr. and trained by Guadalupe Preciado. The $20,000 sale purchase had a flawless year at Parks with 6 wins and 6 starts, earning over $353,000, including stakes wins in the Rittenhouse Square Stakes and a thrilling victory in the prestigious Grade 2 Gallant Bob Stakes on Pennsylvania Derby Day with Hall of Fame jockey John Velasquez.
Scaramouche has got the lead. Our revolution is lifting. Scaramouche is almost there. Scaramouche wins the Gallant Bob.
He also had 2 solid third-place finishes in the Concern Stakes at Laurel Park and the Steel Valley Sprint at Mahoning Valley. This beautiful dark bay gelding was bred in Kentucky by Stoneway Farm by the sire Munnings out of the mare Haunting.
Love those black and turquoise silks and Nick Camerano. And here are our nominees for 3-year-old filly. And our winner is the Pennsylvania-bred Morning Matcha for Butch Reed.
I had a terrific season and culminated with that great second in the Grade 1 Cotillion on PA Derby Day.
Yeah, she came running right behind Society, our Cotillion winner. And here's more with the winning filly.
Morning Matcha was only an $18,000 purchase discovered by trainer Butch Reed at the Fasig-Tipton Fall Yearling Sale for owners LC Racing LLC, Cash's King LLC, and Gary Barber. Morning Matcha has been a fierce competitor on the track with $326,000 in earnings here at Parks Racing. Bred by Crane Thoroughbred Services LLC here in Pennsylvania by the sire Central Banker and out of the mare Home Ice. In 2022, she won the Mainline Stakes and had 3 thirds in the Grade 3 Delaware Oaks, Catherine Sophia Stakes, and the Grade 3 Comely Stakes.
Morning Macho is a big favorite, and she is much the best in the main line.
Her most notable finish was a thrilling second place in the $1 million Grade 1 Cotillion Stakes in front of an exceptional field of 3-year-old fillies.
Morning Matcha for second, Secret Oath, then Green Up.
Boy, we are moving fast today. We're going to head to our first break, but when we come back, we have more awards from our banquet, and we're going to head to New York for the Stymie, see some of our Parks horses compete up there.
Yeah, including the very scorching hot Repo Rocks.
All coming up after this break.
Repo Rocks and Andrew Wolfson, they're moving forward at the rail.
Chapman Ford of Philadelphia is the #1 volume Ford dealer in the Philadelphia region. Again! And we've got new EcoSport, Escape, Explorer, Bronco Sport, and even F-150 inventory, all here and more on the way. And right now, you can lease a new Escape for just $329 a month. Only $329 a month for a new Escape. Or lease a new Explorer for only $399 a month. Just $399 a month for a new Explorer. Chapman Ford of Philadelphia, the #1 volume Ford dealer in the Philadelphia region.
The Pennsylvania Thoroughbred Horsemen's Association is the advocate for Parks Racing's horsemen and has worked hard to secure better lives for the hundreds of trainers and their families that work in the thoroughbred racing industry. Our horsemen benefit from medical coverage, trainer pension plans, and increased purses. Thanks to these horsemen, racing at Parks is the very best, providing entertainment for you and the entire family. The Pennsylvania Horsemen are proud to be part of the community and introduce a new generation of fans to the sport of kings.
Welcome back to Let's Go Racing, and we know all of the Parks eyes were up at Aqueduct. All eyes on the Stymie. It's a $125,000 race. It's that 1-turn mile, and Parks sends out the favorite Repo Rocks at even money for trainer Jamie Ness.
He has been on an incredible roll, Danny, since Jamie took over the training.
Chad Brown sends out the second choice, Miles D. And a few other Parks horses as well. Farmo Power that we saw win the dirt mile.
Yeah, and get DQ'd.
Got DQ'd. And of course, Tough Tickets for Harry Weiner. Here's the call with Chris Griffin in the Stymie.
They work into the far turn now, 47 and 2 for that half-mile time, and they turn up the pressure. It's Black Belt, the big long shot in front. Miles D is right to the outside from second. Repo Rocks still with nowhere to go as In behind rivals, Farmo Power has got that spot right now in third. Bourbonic is going to rally on wide. Tough Tickets now the trailer. They reach the top of the stretch. Repo Rocks is now in the clear. Miles D has taken the lead. It's Miles D, and now Repo Rocks is unleashed down the center of the racetrack, and here comes Repo Rocks. Repo Rocks challenges Miles D. Bourbonic from the back with Farmo Power. Repo Rocks is now clear.
And Repo Rocks with a big win, and boy, Andrew Wolfson is, we dub him the king of New York. He's really doing well in the stakes up there.
It is amazing. He got a little trouble this time, but the horse got him out of trouble, and when he came outside, he came flying to the finish. Grade 1 Carter looks like it's next for Repo Rocks, the hottest horse in the East.
Well, let's get back to some more awards fun, and it's for the older guys, older male. Here are the nominees, and the winner is the Pennsylvania bred For the Love of Bourbon.
Yeah, one of the great claims in modern history here at Parks. Mike Pino claimed it for Dan Ryan in 2020 for $50,000, and what a year he had.
He did nothing but win. Here's more with For the Love of Bourbon.
For the Love of Bourbon, a bay gelding bred in Pennsylvania by Hidden Acres 4D Farm by sire Bourbon Courage out of the mare No Substitute for Love, was claimed for $50,000 in May of 2020 during the pandemic at Churchill Downs. Trainer Mike Pino made the trip to Kentucky to get the talented Pennsylvania-bred gelding and quickly showed it was worth the trip, winning his debut at Parks for his new connections owner Smart Angle LLP. 2022 was a standout year at Parks with earnings of nearly $307,000 with 8 starts, 6 wins, and 1 second. He won 4 stakes races, including the Paige McKinney Handicap.
For the Love of Bourbon, Baron, For the Love of Bourbon, gets it done in the Paige McKinney.
The Banjo Picker Sprint Stakes.
For the Love of Bourbon, striding away, For the Love of Bourbon, wins the Banjo Picker.
The Liberty Bell, and the Maryland Million Sprint Stakes at Laurel Park.
For the Love of Bourbon, and Paco Lopez to take the Maryland Million Sprint.
Showing his dominance in the Mid-Atlantic region in the Sprint Division.
Older females, our next category. Here are the nominees, and our winner is Love in the Air, trained by Hall of Fame trainer John Service.
Yeah, for Dr. Lou Bucky, Mainline Stable. She just had a wonderful year crushing those PA bred stakes. Turf, dirt, didn't matter. She ran great.
She won everything. Here's more with her.
Love in the Air is a Pennsylvania-bred mare by Constitution out of the mare Lovely Sin for breeder Blackstone Farm. She was purchased for $130,000 in the summer of 2021 for owner Mainline Racing Stable and trainer John Service. She had a competitive 2022 year of racing on both turf and dirt with 2 wins in her home track in the Mrs. Penny Stakes.
Paco Lopez, Love in the Air, they are going to dominate here, geared down to win the Mrs. Penny in hand.
And the Plum Pretty Stakes.
Love in the Air wins the Plum Pretty.
She also ran 3rd in the Grade 3 Dr. James Penny Memorial Stakes and 2nd in the Leafard Stakes at Penn National. This versatile mare was a force on both surfaces, earning more than $189,000 in her starts here at Parks Racing.
And Love in the Air came back after her big trophy win with a win right on the track. It was her first start of the year down at Gulfstream Park.
Yeah, just day after the banquet, and was really super impressive, just rolling by the field late at 6-1 for our man John Service.
Making My Move has the lead. Second is Love in the Air. 3 wide, Love Her Lots. Chili Flag. She's knifed through horses. She's looking to hook to the outside. Her barn buddy, Spanish Baroque, is next. Wonka needs room. She's willing to the clear with 3/16 remaining. Up on the outside, it's now Love in the Air who takes the lead. On the clear now. Wonka back to 3rd, Making My Move. Chili Flag down the stand side. Chili Flag charging hard, but the leader and winner is Love in the Air.
Love in the Air poised to have a big year as well. And our next category is kind of the heart and soul of our racetrack. Claim of the Year, our nominees, and the winner was Exit Right. But that just makes us jump right into our next
It does. Get used
category.
to that name.
Outstanding Claim of the Year, and our winner was Exit Right. And of course, our winningest horse of the year was Exit Right.
Yeah.
Jamie Ness and Exit Right taking home all the hardware.
Yeah, we seem to see Jamie and his wife and the 2 girls and their owners an awful lot on Friday night. They just kept coming back over and over again, and Exit Right, obviously their horse of the year.
Oh, what a great claim. He raced 10 times, 7 wins, a 2nd and a 3rd, laid it down every time. Here's more with Exit Right.
Exit Right was claimed in mid-January of 2022 by trainer Jamie Ness. Owners Morris Kernan Jr., Yo Burbs Racing, and Jagger Inc. for $8,000. The Bay, New York-bred gelding rattled off 4 consecutive wins for the new connections, with a total of 7 wins and earnings at parks of nearly $162,000.
There's no catching. Exit Right. He dominates again here at Parks.
Certainly a remarkable return on their investment and a fierce competitor on the racetrack.
Time for our next break. When we come back, we're going to keep the good times rolling with our banquet and, of course, our local race of the week all coming up.
Diesel comes up to confront Magic in the Moonlight.
Turning for Home is a nonprofit that has provided nearly 2,800 former racehorses with a safe retirement. The program was created through the foresight of the Pennsylvania Thoroughbred Horsemen's Association.
We all love animals, and to give back to something that helps us so much, it's a great thing.
Responding to the need for a better system that addressed the uncertain future for the retiring equine population at Parks Racing, the PTHA rallied horsemen to support the program.
These horses can do anything from hunter jumpers to western to therapeutic riding.
Turning for Home became the first on-track retirement program at a year-round racetrack.
We want to make sure that our horses that have run so well for us over the years get the great opportunity to get a new vocation.
Out of everything that we've done in Pennsylvania for racing, I think that's the thing we can be most proud of.
If you would like to help these amazing animals find a great second career and forever home, please give us a call or contact us at turningforhome.org.
Welcome back to Let's Go Racing. Our local race of the week was Monday's 10th race, an allowance optional claiming race. $16,000 was the tag if you were in there for one. Sprinting 5.5 furlongs, $57,000 purse. So good chunk of change on the line. He's Incredible is our favorite. And mid laner is our second choice for trainer Michael Moore. Here's our call of the local race of the week.
Magic in the Moonlight comes right back at Diesel. Diesel not giving an inch. These two slugging it out. Here comes Practical Way. He's beginning to make up some ground. He's Incredible is going to have to do a little bit better from the back of the pack. Strong Breeze, mid laners coming up the rail with his run, and nothing yet from Rich's Way at the top of the stretch. Magic in the Moonlight has something left, but now he has to brace for the challenge of Practical Way. Mid laners gaining with every stride. Here comes He's Incredible, the veteran coming up the middle of the track. Practical Way coming right back is Magic in the Moonlight. Practical Way puts his neck in front. Magic in the Moonlight not done yet. He's Incredible in mid laner from off the pace, but it is going to be Practical Way.
Practical Way got a perfect trip by jockey Frankie Pennington, just kind of sitting in that pocket. And Juan Ciavilla, he has some really nice horses, and we got to see them run right here at Parks.
He does indeed. Unfortunately, Danny's horse had a pretty good trip, just no good. Finished third as the favorite in mid laner. I had an excuse. The horse just got totally whacked at the beginning of the race. It was heroic under the circumstances for Mike Moore, but neither one of us had the winner, but congratulations to the winner.
It's nice to Practical Way. Well, let's keep it going with our big winners from our awards night, and leading owner is probably one of the most important roles here at Parks, because without them we have no horses. Congratulations to Morris Kernan, Kearney, Yo Burbs, Sean, and Jagger, Jamie Ness, and of course this is a 3-time win for them.
Yeah, they're pretty good.
They absolutely
know what they're doing.
are. Here's more with our winning trio on leading owner.
Morris Kernan Jr., Yo Burbs Racing, and Jagger Inc., one of the best trios of ownership groups to hit the Parks Racing scene. They are repeat winners, taking the honors of leading owner the last 2 years. In 2022, they raced 165 horses together with 48 wins, 36 seconds, 21 thirds, winning at a 29 win percentage with earnings of over $1.4 million. They proudly own Exit Right, our winningest horse at Parks, and campaign top horses Divine Miracle, You Must Chill, Sevier, and Olympic Romp, just to name a few.
And leading trainer, of course, was won by Jamie Ness, and this is a 3-time win for him as well. And what a 2022 he had.
Yeah, he's just been amazing, Danny, from 2020 on during the pandemic when he kept training, when everybody stopped. He was hot when we came back, and he's been hot ever since.
Yeah, he certainly has. Here's more with leading trainer Jamie Ness.
Jamie Ness has been a commanding presence here at Parks Racing, taking his 3rd consecutive leading trainer title, with 2022 a career best for the South Dakota native. In 2022, Jamie started 588 horses with 166 wins, 123 seconds, 90 thirds, and an outstanding just over $5 million in earnings over the Parks Racing Oval and a 28 win percentage. Some of his top horses include Exit Right, our winningest horse.
Exit Right is still finding. Jocko Hare continues to chase. Exit Right will win again. It's going to be Exit Right, hard earned, but Exit Right gets the victory.
Divine Miracle.
Divine Miracle is just striding away. Divine Miracle now up by 4 lengths.
You Must Chill, Dilly Dilly Philly,
Dilly Philly will get the score.
Hard Sting, and Miss Dillingham.
And our leading B trainer was won by Miguel Rodriguez, who he came here in March of 2022, had a complete breakout year. And leading B trainer is based on just having smaller stalls. So you have a smaller stable, but you sure had a lot of wins, and he certainly did.
Yeah, it's much harder, obviously, to win a lot of races when you have fewer horses, and he was the winner in that category, and not even close.
Yeah, he put them in great races and had good horses and good results. Look forward to seeing what comes from him this year. Here's more with his big win.
Miguel Rodriguez, a native of Puerto Rico, took out his trainer's license in 2009 and credits his father for introducing him to the love of horse racing. 2022 was a breakout year for the multiple stakes place trainer, showing he was a competitive force here at Parks Racing. Rodriguez started 127 horses with 29 wins, 22 seconds, 16 thirds, and a 23 win percentage, and earnings of just under $804,000. Some of Miguel's top horses this year were 5 Dreams.
5 Dreams is not stopping. A host of pursuers in behind. 5 Dreams almost there. 5 Dreams.
And the famous PA bred Ruby Blue and Super Dude.
Ruby Blue inside the final 16th. Super Dude's gonna try and nail him right here on the line. Ruby Blue, Super Dude, Ruby Blue hangs on.
Peace and Justice. Lifetime, he sired over 60% winners from starters and nearly 40% 2-year-old winners from starters. His runners have won or placed in nearly 40% of their starts, with average earnings per starter well above his stud fee. In 2022, his progeny won at 14 racetracks in 10 states. Peace and Justice, standing at Blackstone Farm, PA.
Welcome back to Let's Go Racing. It's our award show, but before we get to more awards, we're going to get to 3-year-olds on the Kentucky Derby Trail. It was a big one out at Oaklawn Park, the $1 million Grade 2 Rebel Stakes, a mile and 16th, and Brad Coxon's at our favorite, Verifying.
Yeah, Verifying coming off an optional claiming win. Only bad races in the Breeders' Cup, and they probably had much trouble in that race. So Verifying, Florent Giroux and Brad Cox.
And guess what? Brad Coxon's at our second choice in Giant Mischief.
Of course he does. He's Brad Cox. He's got like 100 horses on the Derby Trail.
Here's the call of the Grade 2 Rebel.
Frosted Departure just in front of Powerful. Giant Mischief gets first crack at him, and here's Giant Mischief. Confidence Game is 3 deep. 2 back to Gun Pilot. Talladega is next. Reincarnate still has a long way to come, and Giant Mischief off the top of the turn is joined by long shot Confidence Game, and Confidence Game is now 1.5 lengths in front. Reincarnate is trying to split horses to the outside, and Red Route 1 from the back of the pack. It is Confidence Game. Red Route 1 moves into second. Confidence Game, Red Route 1, Confidence Game.
And Confidence Game with the big upset at 18-1. But if you listen to Maggie Wolfendale, and I agreed with her, there was everything to like about him in the post parade.
Yeah, when Maggie talks, always listen. She's nobody better at that than she is. This horse only cost $25,000 at the sales, and you could certainly make a case that Reincarnate was the best horse. Totally bothered in the stretch. Formerly Baffert, now Tim Yakteen, and I also thought the favorite was Bottled Up Verifying. Yeah. So don't give up on them yet. But Confidence Game for my man Keith DeSorma.
Yeah, but I think a really good showing for our 3-year-olds. Really excited to see Confidence Game step forward.
No doubt.
Let's get back to the awards and our leading jockey, of course, Ruben Silvera. He backed up his win last year with another one this year. Big year for Ruben Silvera and his agent, Rick Englander. Here's more with them.
Ruben Silvera is a 2-time leading jockey here at Parks Racing, defending his leading jockey title with another display of dominance on the racetrack. He rode 819 races with 162 wins, 146 seconds, 133 thirds, earning over $5 million, winning 20% of his mounts. Ruben was born in Panama and has been known as one of the hardest working jockeys here at Parks. Ruben and his agent have teamed up for another outstanding year. He won the City of Brotherly Love Stakes on Twisted Ride.
Twisted Ride, smarten up. Twisted Ride, smarten up. One more try, smarten up. Twisted Ride, smarten up. Twisted Ride, photo.
Some other top horses were Exit Right, Miss Dillingham, Dilly Dilly Philly, and World Gone Wild.
And our leading apprentice jockey, of course, Andy Hernandez, and what a year he had. It was a lot of fun getting to see him ride.
No doubt. Danny knew it early, and of course he was the regular rider for That's Right. He won the Turf Monster here for Mike Moore, so it didn't matter if you had a bug or not. They wanted to ride him. He's that good.
Yeah, and he's doing really well as
Yes,
a journeyman now as well after losing his bug. Here's more with Andy Hernandez.
Andy Hernandez was a top jockey at Parks Racing, even though he just began his riding career. He rode 691 races with 104 wins, 101 seconds, 100 thirds, with earnings of just over $3.2 million, winning 15% of his mounts. He won 2 stakes races here at Parks, the Grade 3 Turf Monster on PA Derby Day with That's Right.
That's Right is almost there. That's Right is 3 in front. Boats are rocking, the only one with a chance. That's Right, Andy Hernandez, they win the Turf Monster.
And the Penn's Landing Stakes on fan favorite Hey Mama Luke.
Pleading for the wires, Hey Mama Luke, drifting far to the outside. Hey Mama Luke is still in front. Hey Mama Luke pulls it off.
Andy was born in Cuba and began riding horses in southern Florida, then making his move to Delaware Park, where he teamed up with his agent Jim Balmides, making his move to Parks Racing.
And we always save top honors for the end, and that was our PTHA Parks Racing Horse of the Year. Congratulations, the Pennsylvania bred for the Love of Bourbon.
Yeah, what a year he had, and I got a chance to catch up with Mike Pino, but Danny, as you know, this was a bittersweet moment because 8 days after his final win in the Maryland Million, the horse was unfortunately found dead in his stall, and boy, Mike was very emotional about it, and here's more with trainer Mike Pino.
Mike, you trained some good horses. I know we talked about 10 Keys. He was your best. But where does this award rank in for the Love of Bourbon in your career?
It's bittersweet, but you know, this horse ranks right up there with 10 Keys. And he's been a champion to us the whole time we had him, and it's very appreciative of it.
The memories that you had with him, I mean, one of your great claims ever. I know it's hard what the ending, but the memories they'll keep for a long time.
Sure, you know, he's a horse, you know, I sought out to get, had to drive to Kentucky. You know, we claimed him because he's a PA bred, had a little ability, and he really delivered, and we had a lot of fun, and it was for a great owner. That's, you know, I love him to death. He's a good owner, and you know, every time he won, I was more happy for him.
Wow, what a great year it was, and we look forward to 2023 with even a bigger year, brighter year with more stars, and really excited to see what the future holds.
Yeah, no question, Danny. We're going to have some stars starting on Monday and Tuesday of next week. Parks Madness, second year in a row for that. $75,000 stakes. We're going to have 4 of them on Monday, 3 more on Tuesday, and then 8 overnight stakes on Tuesday, all named after local colleges, the City Six and Penn State and Del Val. We'll have a lot of former hoop players out from the different schools like they were last year, from Temple and LaSalle and different schools. So it'll be a lot of fun Monday and Tuesday. Parks Madness next week.
Oh, it's a fun series. Make sure you come out. We do have a post time change. It is 12:40, so come hang out with us. We will be here. All the stars will be here on and off the racetrack. We hope you enjoyed this week's show. We certainly did. We will see you next week on Let's Go Racing.
And they're off. Skippy Longstocking has early speed. We the people from in between horses. Taba has got the lead now. It's Taba in the center of the racetrack, but Taba is drawing away, and Taba with Mike Smith, they win the Bet Parks Pennsylvania Derby.